Once again, Triads, part 3. Now in the previous YouTubes, they were arpeggios with chords, and then we can do them as single notes, which is some of the hardest stuff that I can find because you're skipping strings, very rangy. Most of the times when you're playing scales and licks, things, notes are kind of one right after the other in a scale. So whenever you play an arpeggio, especially with Triad, you're covering a whole lot of ground quickly. And so again, slowly, definitely. And I know that, like, we've all seen all these amazing guitar players who race around the neck and play everything at 1,000,000 miles an hour. But once again, this is kind of just to get familiar and to once again cement all the stuff that we've been talking about previously. So, you know, we were originally doing those arpeggios in this F position, starting on the 3rd, as you recall, and this should be familiar to you now. So basically, the arpeggio is going to follow the same pattern, same look, but because you can play 2 notes on 1 string, because you're playing a single note like that, you can cover all that ground. And this is very hard to play these, very, very hard. So again, just going up and down. I mean, you can figure out all kinds of different kind of patterns. Again, I'd like to spend like piles more time on this, but just to get your feet wet, you know, in the beginning, some of you probably already know this, but you know, not easy to do, and again, to kind of make it sound like a melody as opposed to an exercise is hard. And then the same thing would apply for that other one that we were doing that was in this position, where you have the 5 on the low E string, root is here now. And again, because you can play 2 notes on 1 string, you know, you can actually cover a little more area than you could with the chords. You can start on the 3rd. Even something like that, you know, simple pattern at a very moderate tempo is very awkward, and it's actually really a good thing to work on because it'll loosen up your playing and your technique. Finally, and again, I'd love to spend much more time on this, and I hope to get an opportunity to at a later time, but just to get a quick look at it. Same thing applies here. You can actually, which is this position here. And again, that's really awkward, and you know, especially trying to figure out a strategy to play this. You know, you can really work on all kinds of little itty bitty things here. It sounds kind of classical in a way. Here's another version of kind of that same area. And again, you can see you're really covering, every time you do this, you're covering, you know, these kind of wide swaths of neck. If I'm saying that right. So again, once you get comfortable with it, you can figure out all the raking techniques, or you know, whatever you got up your sleeve to be more flashy. But really the purpose of this is just to get the knowledge and the comfort of knowing where this stuff is, so you can reach it easily. You know, and then again, it's very melodic and very inside. And again, just the challenge of maybe picking one note of string on a lot of it, again, you know, you can rake, you can up and down pick. There's a lot to work on here, and once again, just like with the chords, you're really cementing your knowledge of the neck and bringing all your skills to bear, and the exercise helps you keep that alive. So hope you all have at it.